Hello to everyone. Welcome to our 10th day. We're going to wait. I know people are trying to get on. And I hope I'm live. Let me know I am. Okay, that's wonderful. All right, so while we wait for some folks to get on, I am going to work on my project that is more than 3 years overdue for Miss Rose. We talked about that before. And okay, so I'm just going to kind of work. I'm welcoming everyone. I'm happy to be here once again. And just look forward to us getting started. So, in the meantime, anyone coming on, grab something that you want to work on that's creative, okay? And don't forget that we are all creative in different kinds of ways, okay? So today I just brought out my embroidery kinds of things that I'm working on, but I'm also going to want you to have your sketch pads. So I will wait a little bit, and then I'll do my little intro like I usually do. And then we'll see where we go from there. Okay. Self-love. Self-love. Taking the time for you. This has been amazing. All right. I'm just so happy to have folks joining me on this little 30-day journey. Okay, I want to kind of say welcome to people as they come on. Hey, Coco Lady, Sister Ray, how you doing? All the way from Beantown. All right. Hey, Jess. Love you. I can't wait to see you. I miss you. And we're right here now, so we got to see each other, okay? All right. So grab whatever you want to do by way of creativity. And hey, Sister Ray, I still have your beautiful green sachet that you made for me. I keep it in a very special place. I keep my stones wrapped in it. So I want to thank you again for that creativity, that beautiful gift that you gave me. And by the way, for those of you who may not know Sister Ray, and you're in Boston, Sister Ray has an absolutely incredible art gallery, and she features artists like myself, and so I just can't wait until we can get that gallery back open. Okay, hey Dee, you're here, you made it. Okay, you didn't miss anything. You're here. And do I see Tootie? Hey Tootie. Okay, I know you got some creative stuff to work on today. So like I said, pull it on out, whatever you have. We're going to be chit-chatting a lot, but it's all about, using our creativity really opens the heart. And so we've been working on our heart chakra and doing that from the standpoint of self-love. And how do we open the heart more is what we're really kind of working on. Okay, so most of you know I do this. It's not from a therapeutic. It can be therapeutic, for most people. But my homegirl D, that's Donna Gudger, everyone, Dr. Gudger. She is a therapist, and we often do work together. And so I'm going to be giving her shout outs and sending information your way, so that we can, for those who want to really get deep with some of these things and, and talk about some of the issues that you might be going through this time of pandemic crisis. She is the doctor, so in the house. So we're going to make sure that we connect you with that. Alrighty, so I'm welcoming, who else am I welcoming? I got Santa Cruz on there. Okay, Santa Cruz. And hey, hi Taj, how you doing? Taj is, we've been talking about art, and Taj Janae is actually an artist. She is a singer. She's a vocalist, and she just got accepted to college. So she'll be attending a music university. And a lot of times what my company, MIDC, Multicultural International Development Company, what we do try to do is to tap in, especially, I say this all the time, but I want you to know where we're coming from with this and how this is happening. And so MIDC has a number of components, and one of those components is the MIDC We Network, and that's Women's Empowerment Network. And so we are all philanthropists in our own way. It doesn't always have to be about money, but how can we help to mentor? How can we help to give our young sisters and brothers to help them out? So we'll be kind of, I've got some plans in the works for trying to give Taj a bit of a hand, and so I'll be reaching out to over 100 women of our network to let folks know about that, Taj. So we're just so proud of you. And the girl got a voice on her that just won't quit. So that's so great to see as well. All righty, so folks are joining in. And so I want to welcome everyone. We know that this 30 minutes goes by really, really, really quick. So here's what we're going to do today. We started off yesterday, or at least we ended yesterday, with my asking for you to take a moment before going to sleep. Take a moment to close your eyes, to have your hand on your heart, to listen to your heartbeat, to relax yourself. Feel the heartbeat slow down a bit as you're taking nice deep breaths. When we take shallow breaths, it doesn't really give you that release that you need. So a lot of us are carrying a lot of anxiety during the day and different kinds of other things because we just have so much going on, even at a time when, it appears that there's not much to do and we're home. There's still a lot going on. And how do we prepare for whatever is in future, right? And so I asked you to visit we've been talking about the inner child. Now, sometimes inner child is used in psychology work to try to think back if there was something traumatic that happened in your life. So that's not my objective here. It is to visit the inner child because the inner child in us has all of the secrets about who we really are. And we've talked a lot about coming into a world where we're very innocent, and we lose that innocence through socialization. We take on, these ideas about ourselves that are not always the most positive, or that give us the knowledge of the power that we have as beings experiencing a human being existence. Okay. So I'm just checking in. I want to say hi to a few more folks. All right. Okay. Yeah, we lose trust in each other, most definitely. And so we got to come back to that. So, I'm glad you mentioned that, D, because, as I'm sitting here and I'm doing this, what I'm recollecting is and we've been talking about, just our matriarchal power and obligations. And I can remember as a child sitting with my mom, my aunts, my extended aunties, and whether or not if they were sewing or they were braiding beautiful braids in our hair, we always got the conversation. We learned so much. That's what a wise woman collective is. And that's why the creative part of this, again, it's not about judging yourself about, I never liked art, I can't do that, or I can't do this. It's not about that. It's about what we share together when we trust each other, when we have our elders to guide us. And we've been losing respect for our elders for quite a while. And so it's interesting to me that with this pandemic and, those who are vulnerable are, our seniors, our elders, and of course those with various chronic illnesses, etc., and so on. But it was the first time almost that we had this discussion in a long time about, hey, I might be young, but I don't want to, make anyone else sick, especially the elders. They're, special in this world. And I hadn't heard that in a very long time. I mean, we used to have such respect for elders. Do some of y'all, I'm trying to see who's on here, okay, do some of you remember, or did you come up in the kind of communities or households where you always had to address your elders by, like for instance, Miss Warren, she's she's a bad ass sister, okay? She's getting ready to turn 96. And it's funny, when I had a chance to see her in Boston, she was one of my mom's best friends. And by the way, my mom had like a little, a girlfriend group. And it was these aunties that I grew up with, the godmothers, etc. and so on. And so Miss Warren, she is still hanging in there. And I'm afraid I probably insulted her a little bit when my granddaughter and I were visiting Boston, and we tried to check in with all of those who were special to my mom and my own friends and relatives. And so we stopped to see Miss Warren, but she had changed her place that she lived, and she no longer had a second floor. So I said, oh, so Miss Warren, you're having a hard time. Did you do this because you wanted to, not have to go up and down the stairs anymore? And she said, girl, what are you talking about? I walk rings around this place. I have no problem going up and down the stairs and taking care of myself, right? And so it's encouragement. It's encouragement to, again, where Richard Pryor used to say, if you know who Richard Pryor was, one of the most, I think, greatest comics, at least in my era. And he used to say, look, you don't get, old by being a fool. Okay, so it takes some wisdom to be able to survive in the world. So again, I'm on my little elder respect trip right now. I hope that everybody's okay with me with that. I'm hoping that everyone is hearing me. Check in with me. Let me see what you got to say before I turn, because I'm getting ready to try to flip this a little bit. I've been telling you to have things special around yourselves as we go through this process. And so I want to make sure that folks are on. So somebody check in with me. I haven't heard. I know we're listening, etc. and so on. You're probably getting your things together and doing whatever. But somebody just give me a thumbs up or something. Tell me you're out here. Hello? Hello, Neanda, D. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jess. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. You're with me. All right. So, again, we were talking about going back to our inner child. And last night, I hope that you had that very spiritual conversation with your inner child last night. I asked you to ask that inner child in you before you went to sleep. What is it that we need to know now? How is it that we can have a clear and pure heart again? And so I'm hoping that everybody went through that particular exercise. So I'm going to see if I can, I thought there was a way to flip the screen, because I wanted to show you some things that I have on the other side facing me. And what it is, it's not a, I don't have, and I want to remind everyone that this is not about any kind of religious belief. It's not promoting anything like that. It's just promoting alafia. It's promoting well-being. And so when I say have things around you that are positive, it truly will give you that positive energy. And so again, it's not in dispute with any type of religious or non-religious belief or cultures, right? So I am going to, I'm trying to think about how I can get over here with flipping this. Is that my daughter? Hey girl, what's up? Glad you're here. Okay, maybe you can tell me. I want to flip the screen, but I'm not quite sure if I can do it. So I think I might just pick it up and just take it along with me. But notice one thing. I'm crawling here. I'm crawling on all fours. And that's not a bad thing because, you got to crawl before you can walk. And babies definitely crawl before they can walk. And again, we're talking about getting in touch with that inner child. And so I just want to kind of share with you, here's what I have a little special set up here today. And we talked about our dream keeper, our drum here. But I wanted to kind of, if I can, kind of show some things here. Okay, there's my beautiful Isis. Okay, and Osiris. And behind them is just a beautiful, beautiful orchid given to me. Orchids given to me for Mother's Day by my son-in-law and family. But I've got my blessing cards. My mom is always hanging here with me, right? And I don't know whether or not if I'm showing you all of these things, if you're actually seeing them. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we showed Phoenix things. So I'm always wanting to have things around that are all about love, that they were given in love. I wanted to kind of show you, now believe it or not, when we were doing creative things yesterday, here's my granddaughter Ellie. So she did her doodling on a paper towel. And I said, wow, this is precious because not only is this a beautiful piece of artwork, but it's also very precious because paper towel is pretty hard to get. But I promised her I would not use it to wipe anything down. And then Phoenix thought I was a little warm the other day, so she made me this fantastic fan, which is actually feeling pretty good right about now. Hey, girl. Hey, Devin. I love you, baby. And I got my granddaughter. She got the tea on. All right. Okay. So y'all are joining in. This is good. It's 6:18 and I really want to take you through some meditation today. Okay. But I'm showing you all of these different things because I'm really trying to encourage you to just have positive things around you. All right. Even this material that's here. Do you see this material right here? Yeah. This was made in Peru and I love this. Okay. This was made in Peru as well. And so just spending the time with female shamans just teaching so much about the spirit was absolutely incredible. So again, art can be anything that makes you feel good, right? You see my homegirl is still there behind me. We didn't get into her, but we're going to do another kind of exercise. We'll come back to that self-love portrait that I've been working on. So I hope that everybody has something a little bit creative going on. I'm going to come back here over to Rosie, and I want you to go ahead and grab your sketch pads, okay, or your pieces of paper, or your crayons, or your whatever, because for the next 10 minutes, I want to take you through a journey. Today our focus is actually, it's on meditative art and imagination, okay? So imagination is key for doing the things that we want to be able to do in life. And so we know that imagination, we talked a lot about this, being our first eye chakra, right? This is where all of our imagination is generated. So when you have love communicating with the imagination, it just brings out so many beautiful things about ourselves. Okay, so get your sketch pads out. I'm grabbing mine right now. And so the very first thing that I want you to do, and let's have a little bit of mellow music with this as well. The very first thing that I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you breathe. So get into a comfortable position. And I think some of you who have been joining me, okay, I'm giving shouts out. I'm seeing some really wonderful people coming on. I'm loving y'all. I'm hoping that we're grooving and connecting here. Just to, we're talking about self-love, and self-love generates love to others, right? And so it's reciprocal. So we're working on that as well. So are we ready? I'm going to say, hey, Google, turn that up to level 3. Let's see what we get. We might get a YouTube commercial. I don't know. This is good. This is good. All right. Okay, so now deep breathing is very important, as we've talked about. So all the way from the base, I want you to feel at the base of your spine, right? And through the belly. As babies breathe, they really get in that breath, and we forget, and we start to breathe shallow, and things go shallow. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Oh no, is that Marion Platt that joined me? Captain Platt, how are you? Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. Okay, so join me now in this meditation. Be rested, and I want you to take in a nice, deep, slow breath from here and through the chest, lifts, right? You're going to do that through your nose, and you're going to exhale through your mouth. We're going to breathe in for 4. We're going to hold and imagine going back to talking with our inner child of the heart, right? See that inner child today, because we're actually going to do some artwork with our inner child today. So we want to kind of tune in and calm down so that we can make that connection, okay, with ourselves fully. And so with a nice deep breath, let's all inhale on the count of 4. I'll count the first time around, but we'll do it 3 times, all right? So inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're feeling that through the nose, and you hold. Close your eyes lightly. See yourself sitting on that beautiful bench, and it's a beautiful garden right there. And there you are. You're this young girl or boy sitting there, and you're just smiling at each other. They're smiling at you as an adult, and you're smiling at them as your inner child. I want you to now exhale through the mouth, a nice big, so that you feel, when you exhale, you feel that abdomen tighten up and just squeeze out that breath, because that's the stuff that we want to let go. We're bringing in that fresh prana to then let go of that stale air that we don't need. So let's do that again, okay? All right. Yes. I'm hearing you. I'm talking to Sister Ray right now, and she's throwing it down. Sister Ray's talking about our third eye. We talk about that a lot. I'm saying first eye these days because this is sort of my favorite place that I like to be able to see things. And I get to see a whole lot more than what I was seeing just through these eyes here. So again, can we go ahead and take that breath again? And I want you to stop and have that smile with your inner child again, all right? So nice and deep. Hold that breath. Relax your shoulders. Hold hands, touch your inner child, hug each other, tell each other that you love each other. And let's exhale through the mouth. Get all of that stale air out. One more time, are you ready? Okay, I really stop trying to let your mind control this. It's not about the mind even being a part of this, okay? It's about the breathing and the imagination. Inhale in. And hold your breath. And squeeze each other tightly in your imagination. And feel all that positive energy around you both. And then exhale out. Okay, so I've asked you to have a piece of paper and a pencil close by. All right, so we're going to take a few minutes. This is good. I have four minutes, likely to take a couple of extra minutes. But here's what I want you to do. In this next round of breathing, what I'd like for you to do is you'll take in a nice deep breath, and then you won't hold it, you'll exhale. You'll put your hand on your heart to hear your heart beat. You'll quiet your mind, and then you'll ask your inner child if they would like to go on a walk with you. And this is going to be one of the most peaceful walks ever. And you're going to share some things with your inner child, and your inner child is going to answer, not through what we're used to hearing through our ears in a voice. It's going to come in the form of a feeling of the heart. Okay? And what's going to happen is he or she is going to bring that peace back to you, that love back to you, that empowerment that we seek to be greater people, that self-love that is so important. We're going to take a walk through the garden. All right? So we're going to do that for about 1 minute, and then I want you to sketch that walk on your pad of paper. Okay? And nobody's going to look to see your art, and don't forget, it's not about judgment. It's about what you're feeling when you're drawing that walk, that wonderful walk. So let me just check in with everyone, see how everybody's doing here. Okay? All right, good. We're ready to go ahead and take that nice deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. And close your eyes. And take your inner child's hand. And notice that they're holding your hand so softly. And you can feel all of that positive energy just going throughout your body, throughout your being. You feel that. And you're walking, and you can just smell the essence. Oh my goodness, there's lavender growing. You smell that wonderful lavender. You know, lavender just makes you feel so relaxed. And you're seeing all kinds of beautiful things. You're seeing rainbows. You're seeing smiles. You're feeling positive energy. And you're looking at one another, and oh my goodness, how good this feels. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? So on this journey, I want you to think about the things that you're talking about, what it is that you're seeing. Is it sunset? Is it that you're walking into this beautiful golden, oh my goodness, I'm seeing gold. I'm seeing light. I'm seeing laughter. I'm seeing joy, and I'm feeling happiness. And I'm thanking my inner child for allowing me to come back, to step back from this rat race that we live in to who we really are. Okay, so open your eyes. We're not doing auto drawing today. We're going to draw what we saw. Okay? So, I don't know what I did with my pencil just then. I hope that walk was a good one. Check in, everybody, with me. Let me know that you're about ready to kind of do some sketching here. Okay? So, first of all, it can be stick figures. It doesn't matter. Draw your inner child and yourself as an adult. You're holding hands and you're walking. What did you feel on that journey? Did anybody feel anything? Hi, me. Okay. Everyone, tell me, what was your journey like before we close? Can you share that with me? What was your journey like? Are you feeling a little more at peace? Check in with me. Did anyone do this exercise? Are you doing this exercise with me? I hope you are. Serene. Okay. That's what I want you to feel. And depending on what coast you're on, if it's 9 p.m. or later, this is a nice way to settle down. If you've had a busy day and it's 6 p.m., it's still a wonderful way to quiet and calm yourselves down. Was the sky cloudy or clear? Dev, you're feeling relaxed. That's good. Jess, you're feeling warm. That's wonderful. I hope it's the kind of warmth that warms the heart and makes you feel good. Yeah, because you deserve it. We all do. We all do. This self-love is so important because we know that things are about to open up. And we still need to practice caution. We need to be able to take care of ourselves. And knowing how to do that holistically is going to keep us healthy, and it's going to enable us to continue to look out for those who we love. And especially we have to make us number one to be able to have that energy. So what else are you feeling? Okay. Yes, we are deserving of self-love. So who's willing to share with me what that walk was like? Who's willing to share with me what was said through the heart, what was felt? Anyone? Okay. All right. But at least we know we're seeing some feelings of warmth and relaxation. We're seeing the sky, whether or not if it's clear or cloudy. We know that it's expansive. The universe is expansive, and so are we. Okay? So with this ending, you know how we always end? We end by what? Calling out our full names that were given to us, and then telling ourselves how much we love ourselves with true authenticity and excitement. Okay? So, let's do it. You know, I call my name out, but you need to be calling your name out, and you need to be telling yourself how much you love you, and put energy into that. And we have some calm energy going on today. So put that energy in. And you should be smiling right now, because the heart is smiling. The heart is smiling. Believe me, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You're glowing. You are glowing, and you are special. So Karen, Bernadette, Cardoza, McLean, Dade, I love you. I love you for setting up all of the things that are positive to help to make you be a better person, a more whole person and being. Karen, Bernadette, Cardoza, McLean, Dade, I love you. I love you for being with me always and forever. Karen, Bernadette, Cardoza, McLean, Dade, thank you for such a beautiful journey with my inner child today. May there be peace and love for all of us as we continue on our journey. And stay with us. Stay with us, because there's so much to learn in this next 20 days that we have left. And I know sometimes it can be hard to have to stop doing what you're doing, but this is why we're doing self-love, because we don't take enough time for us to love on us. So remember that, okay? I love you, and I send all my positive energies your way. May your evening be bright, calm, beautiful, joyous, amazing. Peace and love. And stay well, sharing much love. Thank you for all the love that's coming. Thank you for all the love that's coming. Okay, so we're going to continue this week with our just creative kinds of things. Like I said, I'm going to go back to working on my Rosie. And because I have another project that I'm going to be working on pretty soon. And so I've got to definitely get this done. And do you know my 10-year-old grandchild, Chloe, still has her pillow that I made her. And it's a little crusty now, but she keeps it on her bed. It just makes me a lot of joy that she cares enough about that and knows how much I love her, as with all of my grandchildren. Okay, so I guess that's it for us for now. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to continue with our art piece. Definitely want to kind of get some art stuff going and talking as well. And then also next week, it's going to be an exciting week. We're moving. This has been a very meditative week as it relates to our mental and our spiritual. And we're going to keep that going, but we're going to add another dimension to that, and that's the physical. So we're going to be doing all of these crazy, creative kinds of things. We're going to be dancing and doing some what I would call cross-cultural yoga and just having a blast. And I have my daughter Neonda here, so I'm going to try to get her to do us a little style, give her to give a little makeover and some instructions and all these other things. So, okay, I know I'm over time. I love y'all. Signing off. I'll see you tomorrow. Again, peace.